Mayors and school superintendents, Ann.
Yes, from Connecticut's 5 largest cities, we're in Hartford today, calling on lawmakers to increase funding for education. They say state funding per student hasn't increased in more than 10 years, and there aren't enough resources for high-need students. News 8's Jane Chaco is live in Hartford with that. Jane.
And city mayors and school superintendents say this is a cry for equitable funding, giving city students the opportunities that children in other towns have.
This isn't a frivolous ask. It's for education. The most substantial thing I think that we do in municipalities is educating young people, and it's going to affect our future.
The mayors and superintendents from Hartford, New Haven, Waterbury, Bridgeport, and Stamford got together at the Capitol to talk about funding for public schools. They say the state funding per student hasn't increased since 2013, but the costs for special education students keep going up.
Every year in New Haven, we are getting about 350 kids coming in that may be identified as special education students. If I just take the cost of providing for 6 of those kids, we're talking about an average of $600,000.
To make funding equitable for all Connecticut students, the mayors are pushing lawmakers to take on recommendations from a report created by a bipartisan commission. The report recommends increasing the per-student dollar amount from $11,525 to $12,488 to cover the cost of helping students that are low-income, multilingual, or have special needs. Senate Democrats announced a bill that would increase resources for schools, but haven't determined how much money would be allocated and whether that amount would break the state's fiscal guardrails.
It's January. We don't get our revenue till April. A lot of conversations to have. We got to see what the federal government does. So we got till the end of May, and we'll go from there.
Republicans are firm on not moving the fiscal guardrails, saying changes would increase taxes.
I think we really need to look at every place we spend money in these areas, but across the board, and figure out what we're spending money on. And if it's working, keep it. If it's not, get rid of it, and let's try another idea.
Democrats say they will work out the details of that education funding bill this session. In Hartford, Jane Chaco, News 8.